everybody. Thanks for listening to On the Podcast. This is a short format episode podcast that you can listen to while you're doing your business on the pot. Or maybe you're driving through Paris.
Maybe you are.
While you're exploring the sights and sounds, you want a little taste of home. Turn on an episode of On the Podcast and learn a little bit.
I was like, McDonald's?
While you explore and hope you're driving the right kilometers per hour.
Yeah, wow.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Liz. Hey, Katie.
Hey, Liz.
What are we talking about today?
Liz, we are getting close to spooky season. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to...
We're in spooky season.
We're in
October.
Spooky season. Yeah, okay. I wanted to ease into spooky season a little bit with this one. And I'm going to call it more woo-woo than spooky.
Okay.
So this story circles around a little boy, James Leininger. Mm-hmm. He was born August 10th, 1998 in Louisiana.
1998.
Yeah.
All right.
So
young boy.
Yeah, young. It is not well.
Yeah, he's
7
forever
years
young.
than
Oh,
me. Yeah.
He's 10 years younger than me.
So anyway, when James is approaching 2 years old, his dad takes him to the Kavanaugh Flight Museum outside of Dallas. They look at airplanes. They learn a lot about World War II, different airplanes. James is enthralled by these planes, specifically the World War II planes, like I mentioned, and his love of planes and everything plane related just kind of developed from there. So a few weeks later, he turns to whatever. A few weeks after that, he starts having these nightmares, waking up screaming bloody murder. His mom is saying, it sounds like he's being killed. His mom and his dad run into his bedroom, and he is screaming, airplane crash, on fire, little man can't get out. Have you heard about this?
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
Okay, pretend like you haven't. Let's go with it.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna interrupt it.
So these nightmares continue for months, basically, and every time it's airplane crash, fire, little man can't get out. His family's like, we don't know what's going on. What are you talking about? What are we supposed to do here? And he finally tells his parents, this happened to me. I think this is what it is. And his dad is asking him questions. Do you know what kind of plane it is? And he said, it's a Corsair, which was a fighter plane during World War II.
Yeah.
His dad was like, okay, do you know where your plane took off from? And he said, a ship. And his dad was like, okay, well, do you know the name of the ship? And he said, Natoma. So his dad starts doing some research, and it turns out the USS Natoma Bay was an escort carrier stationed in the Pacific during World War II. Mm-hmm. James describes that his plane was shot down by the Japanese. His dad's like, how do you know it was the Japanese? And he was like, the red sun on the side of the plane. So this 2-year-old is going into details that no 2-year-old should know, really truly about anything. Yeah. Even if he picked something up at, the museum that they went to, the specific details that he was going into.
Can't read.
He also can't read. So a few weeks after his dad confirmed the USS Natoma Bay, they asked him for more details, do you remember anyone that was with you? And James responded with the name of Jack Larson. So for a while, the family can't find anything on Jack Larson, is doing a lot of research, truly trying to believe this kid. And they even hire this woman who says, you have to start telling him that, like, James, you have to start telling James that, like, yes, you believe him, so that his, like, nightmares eventually calmed down.
Yeah.
So a few months later, James's dad was looking through a World War II book that he was planning on giving his dad, so James's grandpa. James points to a picture in the book and goes, Dad, that's where I was shot down.
Yeah.
Like, that's where it was. And it was near Iwo Jima. Weeks after that, James's father talked to a veteran from Natoma Bay who also confirmed the name Jack Larson. And he said that Jack flew one day and never returned, so they don't really know what happened to him, but they were able to confirm that. He started, like, when he got a little bit older, James started drawing pictures of, like, fighter jets, you know, in, like, dog fights and stuff like that. So again, just details that, you know, a 2.5, 3-year-old shouldn't have known.
Yeah.
In June of 2002, James's parents were interviewed for a segment for ABC News that ultimately didn't end up airing. But a few months after that, his father attended his first Natoma Bay reunion. And he learned that Jack Larson, the name that James had brought up, survived the war, but he wasn't at the reunion. However, he was still alive. He also learned at that conference, the convention, that there was only one pilot from Natoma Bay that ended up dying, and that was James M. Huston Jr.
So he has the same name, James.
Which is, yeah, like a weird coincidence. But yeah. And his plane crashed exactly how young James had described. So James's parents found James Elder's sister and called her and was like, oh, we're, like, researching for World War II. We came upon your brother's name. Can you send us pictures and details? And she'd confirmed everything that James had ever said about him. Eventually they said, okay, we think James is James.
Yeah.
They told James's sister, like, we don't really know, but we think James is James. So they went and visited her with little James, and he was completely comfortable with her. The two of them just got along, you know, super well.
Yeah.
And, you know, just really strange stuff. In 2006, the family traveled to Chichijima, which is near Iwo Jima, which is where the plane was crashed, and they had a memorial service for James M. Huston Jr. And James's mom basically told him, like, this is the end of James M. Huston.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta let him go, continue living your life. And, like, reportedly he was super emotional and was crying and, you know, spread flowers and then continued on living his life.
Yeah.
So, whether it's a weird conspiracy that this family concocted or it's real, I don't know.
So I want to say it was on Netflix, but there was some documentary or whatever that covered several people like this who had these experiences and claimed that they knew how they died and blah, blah, blah. And you get to witness these kids, like, meet the family, and it's very interesting. It's very interesting. It sounds like, though, as they get older, those, like, attachments to those past people aren't as strong. My old roommate growing up was, like, terrified to learn how to ride a bike.
Yeah.
And her parents were like, well, what's up? Like, why are you scared?
Yeah.
And she was like, well, because I died on a bike when I was 7 years old.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Huh.
So, you know, I knew about this possibility from her. But yeah, it's an interesting story. It's a very interesting story.
So, I don't know. Choose your own adventure. Decide for yourself.
Yeah.
Is it reincarnation?
Yeah.
Is it a scam?
Yeah. I don't know.
Not sure. Really interesting, though.
Yeah.
I thought it was just fascinating.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Katie.
You're welcome.
What's that inside my body?
previous life.
Yeah,
of some
probably.
sort, yeah.
Probably.
And also a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. See you next time.
Bye.